The biggest weekend in wrestling just reached its explosive conclusion at WrestleMania 42 Sunday. Roman Reigns is looking to cement his legacy once again as he steps into the main event against CM Punk with the World Heavyweight Championship on the line. We are diving deep into the betting odds and the massive implications of this showdown that has the entire industry buzzing.
Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Finn Balor is bringing his terrifying demon persona back to the ring to dismantle Dominic Mysterio in a clash that is set to define his post-WrestleMania trajectory. Meanwhile, the United States Championship is on the line as Trick Williams looks to defend his gold against a frustrated and increasingly dangerous Sami Zayn. In a ladder match for the ages, Penta is fighting to retain his Intercontinental Title against a stacked field including Jevon Evans and Rey Mysterio, while Oba Femi faces off against the legendary Brock Lesnar in a battle that could change the landscape of the heavyweight division forever. The headlines are everywhere because Rhea Ripley has officially dethroned Jade Cargill to capture the WWE Women's Championship. With the critical interference from Iyo Sky, this epic victory marks Ripley's fourth world title reign and signals a massive shift in the women's division. Stay tuned for full match results and exclusive analysis on how these historic outcomes will reshape the future of the company. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss a second of our coverage. Ever wondered if WWE truly lets the betting odds tell the story, or if they're just waiting to pull the rug out from under us? Welcome to the high-stakes world of WrestleMania 42 Sunday, where the air is thick with anticipation, and the betting lines are starting to paint a very clear, albeit controversial, picture. I'm here to break down the odds, the narrative risks, and the predictions that might just define the next era of professional wrestling. Let's start with the big one. Roman Reigns is currently a minus 350 favorite to take down CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship. It has been 2 years since Reigns held the gold, and while we've learned the hard way that main event predictions aren't always a lock, just look at what happened Saturday. It feels like the company is dead set on having Roman close out the weekend as the definitive face of the brand. Unless, of course, the suits at TKO decide a celebrity interference is better for the headlines. Personally, I'm betting on the Tribal Chief. Down the card, we have Finn Balor stepping into the ring against Dominic Mysterio. With Balor dusting off his demon persona for the first time in an age, it's clear they're looking to push him to the moon. At minus 2,000, the odds makers aren't even pretending this is a fair fight, but the real mystery is what happens to Finn the day after Mania. Elsewhere, the Women's Championship sees Rhea Ripley as a minus 250 favorite over Jade Cargill. Rhea has been spinning her wheels in the tag division for far too long, and it feels like the stars have finally aligned for her to reclaim her spot at the top of the food chain, even if we should keep an eye on some classic, underhanded interference from Cargill's camp. Now, let's talk about the match that has everyone sweating: Oba Femi versus Brock Lesnar. If you're asking me if Femi should walk away with the win at minus 350, the answer is a resounding yes. If you want to build a new main event star, you feed him the beast. That said, never count out the legacy of a guy like Brock, especially with rumors swirling about a potential retirement arc at SummerSlam. It's a classic now or never moment for Femi, and I think WWE finally pulls the trigger. In the mid-card, Trick Williams is heavily favored to beat Sami Zayn. I have to say, watching Sami play the role of the righteously indignant heel has been a masterclass in character work. It's shades of Bret Hart in the best way possible. Trick winning will only fuel that fire, and honestly, the friction makes for fantastic television. And for the Intercontinental Title ladder match, don't sleep on Jevon Evans. Betting favorites are fine, but in a chaotic ladder match, the feel-good outcome of a young breakout star winning his first Mania match feels like the perfect way to keep the crowd roaring. So, do you agree with the bookies, or are we in for a night of total chaos? Drop your winner in the comments below, hit that subscribe button to keep up with all the post-Mania fallout, and remember, in this business, The only thing more unpredictable than the outcome is what happens once the cameras stop rolling. What happens when an unstoppable force of pure passion meets an immovable object of calculated ambition? Tonight at WrestleMania 42 in Las Vegas, the world finds out as Rhea Ripley challenges Jade Cargill for the WWE Women's Championship. This isn't just a match. It is a clash of two polar opposite wrestling philosophies that has been brewing for months. Rhea Ripley has been breathing, eating, and sleeping wrestling since she was a little girl, treating this ring like her life's calling. On the other side of the squared circle stands Jade Cargill, a powerhouse who views the industry with a cold, financial precision. The contrast is palpable, and it is exactly what makes this main event so electric. Let's be real, the stakes have never felt higher. Ripley is a WrestleMania veteran, stepping into her 7th championship match on the biggest stage of them all. Meanwhile, Cargill is protecting an undefeated record that she wears like armor. But the real wild card? It is the people standing at ringside. With Iyo Sky firmly in Ripley's corner and Cargill backed by the firepower of Michin and B-Fab, this is a powder keg waiting to blow. Will Iyo stay loyal, or are we about to witness the kind of betrayal that gets talked about for decades? In the world of wrestling, loyalty is often just a transaction waiting to be canceled. Expert analysts at USA Today are leaning heavily toward a Rhea Ripley victory, suggesting that the timing is perfect to crown her the new face of the division. It feels like the natural evolution for the brand heading into 2026. Yet, underestimating Cargill is a dangerous game. She has been dismissive, even mocking Ripley's look as if she has already won, and that level of arrogance often precedes a massive fall. Whether Cargill keeps her streak alive or gets dismantled by the Eradicator, the landscape of the women's division is going to look completely different by tomorrow morning. Who are you putting your money on? The heart of the sport or the machine? Let me know your predictions in the comments below, hit that subscribe button, and don't miss a single second of the action. Because tonight, the history books are getting a brand new chapter. Stop what you are doing, because the queen of the WWE has officially reclaimed her throne. WrestleMania 42 in Las Vegas just delivered an absolute barn burner, as Rhea Ripley proved exactly why she is the backbone of the women's division by taking down Jade Cargill to become a 4-time world champion. From the opening bell at Allegiant Stadium, the tension was palpable. The early story of the match was all about survival. Ripley had to sell that brutal back injury, eating scoop slams that looked genuinely painful. You could see the desperation, but every time Jade thought she had the match locked up, Rhea just refused to stay down. That moment when she smiled like a woman possessed after taking a massive toss to the barricade. That told you everything you needed to know. This wasn't just a match, it was a war of attrition. The athleticism on display was off the charts. We saw everything from an electric chair face drop to Jade's devastating one-winged angel, which Michael Cole appropriately dubbed the Sandstorm. Just when it looked like B-Fab and Michin's interference would derail the entire night, the landscape shifted dramatically. Enter Iyo Sky. Her surprise arrival wasn't just a distraction, it was the turning point that allowed Rhea to shift the momentum back in her favor. In the final, breathless sequence, they traded finishers like heavyweights in the 12th round, but Rhea finally connected with the Riptide to seal the deal. It was a masterclass in pacing and storytelling. This victory doesn't just put the gold back around Rhea's waist, it sets the stage for a massive new chapter in the women's division. What did you think of that shocking interference? Was the right woman holding the gold when the lights went down? Sound off in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button to keep up with all the highlights from WrestleMania 42. Sometimes, you have to hit rock bottom to prove you were born to rule the world. What happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object? At WrestleMania 42, we finally got our answer, and it was nothing short of legendary. For the first time ever, the WWE Universe witnessed a one-on-one clash between two of the most dominant titans in the industry, Rhea Ripley and Jade Cargill. The energy inside the arena was absolutely electric, and honestly, you could feel the history being written with every single blow. This high-stakes showdown was set in motion back at the Elimination Chamber, where Rhea Ripley proved exactly why she's the measuring stick for the entire division. She outlasted 5 elite contenders, finally pinning Tiffany Stratton to earn her spot at the showcase of the Immortals. But the road to WrestleMania wasn't just about the physical toll. It got personal fast. Before they even locked horns in the ring, these two were trading barbs online, with Cargill questioning Rhea's meteoric rise. When they finally stood face-to-face on SmackDown, the tension was palpable. Jade was quick to brag about her physique, but Rhea, cool, calm, and collected, reminded her that while muscles are one thing, in-ring IQ is what actually wins championships. Even with Jade recruiting allies like Michin and B-Fab, and Rhea bringing Iyo Sky into her corner, the match boiled down to one defining factor: experience. While Jade Cargill has looked unstoppable since her 2024 debut, Rhea Ripley has been the definitive face of the women's division for years. That tactical advantage and championship pedigree proved to be the difference maker. Rhea walked out of WrestleMania 42 as the women's champion for the fourth time in her career, cementing her legacy once again. What did you think of this clash of the Titans? Did the right woman walk away with the gold, or is Jade Cargill's time still to come? Let me know your take in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into the world of wrestling. Remember, in WWE, history is made in an instant, but legends are forged over a lifetime.